So we're going to create the sheet metal base. Here's a sketch, and the dimensions here are in inches. So I'm going to begin with a new file. I'm going to go with a template. Units are in inches, so you want to stay here and then pick a sheet metal part file, not a standard part file but a sheet metal part file, and hit create. And then here in the sheet metal tab, and before starting the sketch, you want to assign your sheet metal defaults rules. So you're going to set those up, and you'll scroll down and pick your material, which is going to be mild steel, and then you can change your rules here. So you can click here, change the rules. You can change the bend radius right here. So in our case, as we have a bend radius which is 0.5 times the thickness, and then bend radius needs to be thickness times 0.5, you can come here and can change the thickness here to 0.125. You can change your K factor right here, and then you can save and close the setting. Still in my sheet metal tab, start a 2D sketch, and I'm going to pick this plane and I'm going to create the geometry. So I've created the geometry to match the dimensions here, and the overall dimension here in this direction is 3 inches, and here you have 4.5 inches. Now instead of 4.5 in my sketch, I went with 4.375, and let's take a look at that. So I've got a 3 by 4.375, and those are my angles at 60 degrees. And then you're going to go over to the face right here, select the profile and click OK. So once you click the profile, it's going to take the assigned thickness of 0.125 inches. Will come up with this right here. So I'm going to click right here on the flange. Now I'm going to pick that edge, and I'm going to pick a height of 1.925 inches and click OK. Similarly, I'm going to click on this edge, click flange, and I'm going to flip the direction and go over here and change the width, because we have a central width of 1.25. So I'll click here, and for the width I will go with 1.25. For the distance, which is the height, go with 1.925 inches. My placement is through the partner edge, and I'll click on this position and click OK. This face and start a new sketch. So I'm going to start off with the circle center point, and that diameter would be 0.625. Another circle, same center, 1.25. So I have these two concentric circles. I'm going to specify the distance from the center of the circle to this edge, make that 1.3, and also for the distance from the center to this edge, I'm going with 0.625. So I'm going to go ahead and project geometry. So to project geometry, that, and that, and finish sketch. And then you want to go to from your sheet metal, you want to go to your 3D model, extrude that and set it to cut, and you want to go through all, select that, select that, select that, and click OK. Okay, so moving over to the sheet metal tab again, you want to click on flange here, select that edge. For the distance, I'm going with 1.55 inches, and you want to make sure for the measurement and placement, you want to click right there and click OK. And then same thing, you want to click on flange, pick that edge, distance is 1.55. You want to measure from the intersection of the two outer faces. For placement and position, you need to stay here and click OK. Now at this point, I really like to start off a drawing file and place the views and annotate it just to make sure that I'm making no errors in the measurements. So I'm going to start off a new drawing file. This just serves as a check. So I'm going to place my views, and right there is my plan view, and I place my first measurement here. So you just want to make sure that everything matches. This is the base of the assembly, and you need to make sure that the dimensions are right so all the components of the assembly fit together, right? And then you want to start a 2D sketch on this flange. So the sketch looks something like this. So you want the center of the circle to be 0.3 inches from this edge, and then you want to have the distance from the base to the center of the circle 1.25 on the vertical, and then you want a tangent placed here from this circle to this end, and then you're going to click on finish sketch and then extrude it. So you'll do extrude cut operation, go through all, and there you have it. So the extrusion is done and the base is complete. Now you want to go back to your drawing file and make sure that all of your dimensions match up. So let's take a look at the drawing. So that's the top view, and then that's the front and the side views.